A hip and cozy cafe in a quiet neighborhood, a spilled cup of coffee, a woman in her mid-20s lying on the floor with foam around her mouth. She had gone to the cafe on that pleasant day in spring to celebrate her promotion at work. Little did she know, a sip from that beautifully crafted coffee would not let her go on to prove her merits at work, to meet the love of her life, to live. Two young women quietly sobbed as the lifeless body of their best friend laid still. The other woman was hysterical, pointing her finger at the barista. Cops who were called to investigate observed that there were only 5 people in the premise when the incident occurred. Rebecca, the victim. Jennifer, a 24-year-old woman who was a high school friend of the victim. Lena, a woman who was a work colleague of the woman, who some hours before gleefully celebrated her promotion. She was the one who was the most devastated as she kept on berating and accusing the barista of poisoning the victim's coffee. Raquel was the victim's flatmate who was on the phone organizing a moving company to move out her apartment to move in with her boyfriend. Then, there was the barista on duty who prepared the coffee for the 4 women. The statements given by the people in the cafe were of the following. The barista.
They came in at 5 p.m. for women buzzing with life. For cafe au lait with one being decaf. I even made them special latte art, olive branches for peas, a playful platypus, a graceful swan, and a cute puppy. It felt sickening when she choked after their toast. One woman, the one who drank from the swan design, a decaf latte, started twitching. It was like watching a bird with broken wings. I called the ambulance, but it was too late. I checked all ingredients as cops were coming and tested everything including the milk. Everything is fresh. I double-checked.
Lena, visibly upset.
The barista did it. He poisoned Rebecca. He was very sarcastic when he pointed out the decaf latte for Rebecca as she'd only drink decaf, and he said that he only served real coffee. I drank from the cup with the puppy design as it is kind of my nickname at work, as I do what everyone wants me to do, printing copies of documents, bringing out rounds of coffee, scheduling appointments, research, and organizing files. As matter of fact, Rebecca was the one who gave me the nickname, Fidelia, as I always brought her a decaf coffee without her needing to mention it. My work? I worked together with her on an important project based on my idea. I worked so many hours, but it's fine for me that Rebecca got promoted. She deserved it.
Jennifer, calming down while restraining tears.
We've been friends since high school. We were very close, but Becky came to this city for her career 7 years ago, and we haven't seen each other since then until today. I was so happy and excited for her promotion, and now that she is gone.
She started tearing up again. Her heartbroken voice could pierce anyone's heart as if the last rays of sun radiated its final warmth. After mustering some strength to compose herself, she added,
I just came back from my holiday trip in Australia. That's why I picked the coffee with the platypus on it. It seemed appropriate. I thought the latte arts were cute, and Becky picked the one with swan design immediately. I don't know why she picked that. We had lots to catch up.
Raquel, the last witness, gave the following statement.
We came to this cafe just around 5. Jennifer did the ordering, and it was Fidelia who brought the order to the table. She did mention that the coffee with the swan design was for Becky. I've never met Jennifer, but Becky had mentioned about her being her high school friend to me. We picked our cup of coffee, and I picked the olive branches. When we toasted, I had a call coming from a moving company who wanted to reschedule. That's why I stepped out from the table to talk on the phone. I am moving out of the apartment me and Becky shared for these past 3 years, as my boyfriend asked me to move in with him. My boyfriend used to date her. But we've talked about it, and she was fine with it. Both of us were always busy and rarely see each other after work, even though we lived together. The brief time every morning shots of espresso we shared together would be something I'd always cherish. I think this cafe's stock ingredients aren't fresh that killed her. I've read reviews that this cafe had some cases of people feeling sick after.
The police later confirmed their suspicions. A trace of cyanide, a whisper of death, lingered in Rebecca's cup. The swan decaf latte, a symbol of grace, now a chilling emblem of betrayal. The investigation unfolded, revealing a web of jealousy and simmering resentment beneath the facade of friendship. Rebecca, who had so much to live for, became the victim in what could be a bitter play for a promotion or a jealousy. The cafe, once a haven of tranquility and inspiration, now served a different kind of bitter aftertaste. The story lingered in murmurs, a cautionary tale whispered over steaming cups of coffee, a reminder that sometimes, the most lethal poison isn't readily apparent, but disguised as a familiar face and a friendly gesture. Who is the most likely to have done it? And what is the most likely motivation to his crime that killed the mood of celebration and ultimately, the victim who had so much to live for? Who done it?